Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the sound effect.
Hi, I'm Earl Christy from Super
Hey,
Bowl
Doug,
III,
take that
the
graphic
New York
off, man.
Jets.
There you go.
Hi, I'm Earl Christy from Super
there you
Bowl
go.
III, the New York Jets. And I'm Michael Clayton, former Tampa Bay Buccaneer and Super 46 champion
Almost
with the
a year
New York
ago.
Giants. And
That is
you're
the coolest
watching
background ever.
the sound effect.
That was a pretty cool background. We are back.
What's
How you
up?
doing, people?
How's it going?
Hey,
We're live.
Welcome to another show, and thank you all for watching. I am Todd T. Riley,
I'm Scott Johnston.
and I'm Michelle Bench Novak.
and we are
The Sound
Effect.
And of course, can't forget our man behind the scenes, Mr. Dougie. Thank you so much for all you do, Doug. We appreciate you, brother.
He
You rock.
chastises us and keeps us in line.
Leaves graphics up when he's not supposed to. You know how it is.
I
you
know.
So if you notice something there, then we got some new intro music for you that is featuring Not Your Ordinary Melodies with Danica and Nicholas Baines. They work together doing some cinematic music, and so I asked them if they would do something special just for us, and they did, and we want to thank you so much. I think it sounds fantastic, absolutely awesome. They did
Extremely cool.
Great job. Also want to give a huge shout out to Bake More Pies because they were nominated for Small Business of the Year in Tampa Bay. And
That's cool.
Last week
Really
we
cool.
had the ceremony. They invited me to come with them. They did not win first place. However,
They should have had me go.
there was over 400 businesses up for
Yeah.
grabs in that, and they were in the top five. The top five. That's quite an accomplishment and quite a feat, and they definitely deserved it. I think they
Fantastic.
should have won, though.
Absolutely.
They had, not to take anything away from any of the other businesses, because they were all really great and everything, but Bake More Pies, I think, had the most unique overall business
Model.
with everything that they offered and everything that they featured and everything like that, you know,
Right,
compared
right.
to some of the other ones, especially when not to knock dogs or anything like that, but an animal pet store won. It kind of surprised me.
He got that. They got the eyebrow. Was there anything? Was there
You know what I
anything
mean?
unique about
We got our
the
own
pet
dogs
store?
here, you know.
Well, the only thing really unique about the pet store was that they were healthy stuff. You know, everything for the pets was all about health. It was all healthy foods and healthy.
Did they have a pet
things,
workout
you know,
room?
So, no, they didn't.
Did they have a pet restaurant?
They did
Pet
not.
sauna? A pet sauna?
They
See,
did
they,
have a pet
they
sauna.
don't have
pool.
everything they need. I don't know how they won.
It wasn't extremely
It was.
unique.
It was rigged.
But when I saw the video and I saw the dog up there, my first thought was it's going to be really hard to compete with that dog.
Because it was cute, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
So they had the cute factor, see?
Yeah, they had the cute factor.
So then they
yeah.
should have used like
Did they get
Earl.
Sarah?
They should have had Earl promote Bake More Pies. Look, Earl's got this
That's right,
cutest thing
yeah.
going on.
Did they start with like the Sarah McLaughlin music, where you're like,
No.
Oh, just tugging at the heartstrings.
I
No,
can't
unfortunately,
watch
no.
that. I cry. That makes me
I do
cry
too.
every
That
time I
kills
watch
me
it.
every
I'm an
time,
animal
so.
lover, so when I see that, I get really sad. I
Oh
can't.
yeah, it's
So obviously, in case you're wondering, coming up tonight, we have special guest number 45 from the New York Jets, Super Bowl III champion, and my good friend, Mr. Earl Christy, with us again tonight. Thank you, Earl, for being here. Appreciate you.
I'm glad to be in the house. You
Speak
guys
into
are
the
having
mic.
so much fun. I'm telling you, it's awesome.
We always have fun when you're here, Earl.
Yes, we
Yeah, it's
definitely-
always good to see you, brother.
Yes.
Always good.
Yes.
We had a great
Good to be
time at the
home.
Bucks game the other night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why Scott and I don't get to go to a Bucks game. Scott, are you feeling slightly slighted?
kind of, but you know
Slightly.
the thing is though is they want to get allowed back in again. You know,
Oh.
and I mean, I don't know, but
Well, that explains why they don't take you.
exactly the point. You know, I mean, you know, whatever. I mean, Not that I'm going to do anything bad or say anything bad.
I get you. I know what you're saying.
And I don't want to say anything bad about the Bucks, but boy, I was disappointed.
Yeah,
I think
it was a
everybody
great game
was
up until that missed kick at the end.
Yeah.
But we'll move on.
Yeah, let's move on. We don't, nothing.
All right.
No
all
bad
right.
mojo. No bad
painful.
mojo.
It's painful.
Well-
Yeah, exactly.
We also have our new music showcase coming up later on in the show tonight as well. So if you're going to want to stay tuned to hear what we have for you tonight.
And don't forget the social media poll. Which Super Bowl halftime experience was better? Lady Gaga or Prince? That is a tough one.
Oh, it is a tough
So-
one.
That was definitely a tough one. So,
Definitely a tough one. We'll talk about that a little later and see what you guys think also.
yeah. So, but first, let's get into some music and entertainment news. We got new solo albums coming out from two members of Motley Crue. Tommy Lee's new solo album is tentatively due on March 20th, 2020 rather. Lee spent 2 years working on the disc, which he may end up calling Transgenres because one side is all female energy, the other side of the record is all male. He said it's very eclectic, and I think everybody's going to really enjoy it. That's what I've been excited about lately. What a labor of love. According to Tommy, his new album will include literally every single different genre that you can imagine. That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
That's really cool, actually. And he said that's why he wants to call it Transgenres, because it's literally all over the place, which he loves. The LP will include a slowed down and insane cover of Prince's When You Were Mine. That ought to be pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to hearing that. Also, Motley Crue guitarist Mick Mars. He's hoping to release his solo album in early 2020 as well, saying that it's not like today's music. He said he also doesn't want to live in 85. It's hard to reinvent yourself, but that's what I'm doing right now, trying to reinvent the way that I approach music writing. I've got a lot of crap, and I got a lot of good stuff too. Mars said that he's been working with a vocalist named Jacob on some of his new material. He said he can have a lot of different voices, and it's pretty amazing. Mick said, I want this kind of voice here, and he'll pull it straight off. You're not going to hear a Motley flavored song except for the guitar, because that's me, but they're going to be a bit harder than that, but not as hard as the heavies like Ministry and some of those guys. So that'll be pretty neat. So,
You know, in my opinion, I think he's probably the most solid member of Motley Crue.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
wasn't into, well, to our knowledge, he wasn't into drugs the same way as some of these other guys. It wasn't as wild as crazy. He was a little bit better grounded.
wouldn't know. I
Are
mean,
you
I met
going
the
by
guys,
the
but-
dirt?
You know, no, I can't base everything
References.
on that movie, but
The dirt.
yeah, if we were just doing it on that, I think we'd have problems. But you know, let's just base it on who do you hear from right now? You know, who do you?
Yeah, who do you hear about with problems and things and
I
stuff?
want to keep it all positive.
He's definitely the one guy in the band that you hear the least of stuff about by far.
Yeah, you know, I don't want to say that. Okay, I'll say it. So I'm a chick. So obviously
You
from
are.
a female perspective, I think the other ones are more newsworthy, and Motley Crue has a lot of girl fans.
Well, train wrecks are probably
they do.
better to watch.
Yeah, and that as well. Absolutely. I agree with that.
But
I
at
agree
the
with
end of the
that.
day, you know, watching
But I
somebody
think
fight with their
I think
kids
he's an
and
incredible
all this
musician,
other crap.
no doubt. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to hearing this. So I think
Yeah,
it'll be
I'm
good
looking
stuff.
forward to that too, because actually, out of all the members of the band, the only one who hasn't put something out solo is Mick. Over the
yeah.
years. So,
Yes, yes.
So
So-
definitely looking forward to hearing something different.
I
coming
think it'll
from
be
him,
good
so.
stuff. So on to the news. Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Las Vegas has announced a specially curated memorabilia exhibition to celebrate the hotel and the casino's 25-year history in Las Vegas from 1995 to 2020. The Hard Rock Memorabilia Exhibition will open to the public on Friday, September 27th, and is the kickoff to the property's farewell tour of activations before it begins its transformation to Virgin Hotels Las Vegas in February 2020. That's kind of sad. I like it being the Hard Rock. I've been there. Have you guys been there?
I have.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool. Well, they were the
Yep.
home of raiding the rock vault for a long time as well, so yeah. So the exhibition will feature artifacts such as costumes, musical instruments, props, and artwork not seen by the public in decades by iconic performers, including the Rolling Stones, Bruce Springsteen, Queen, Aerosmith, Guns N' Roses, Elton John, Elvis Presley, Lady Gaga, the Beatles, and more. New items will be added to the collection on a regular basis, giving attendees something new to see during the exhibition's expected 4-month engagement through January 2020. Our goal of this space is to tell the stories of some of the most iconic pieces of the artists that rock this joint over the years. I think you will see that our team has done just that, remarked Richard Bosworth, president and CEO of JC Hospitality, LLC, and Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Las Vegas. The Hard Rock Memorabilia exhibition will be located near the Pink Taco. I know a guy named that restaurant. Off the Paradise parking garage. And yes, I've been there as well. The exhibit will open Thursday to Monday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., September 27th to January 31st, 2020. Admission is free, and all ages are welcome. But I don't know about the Pink Taco. There you go.
See, now, I would elaborate on that, but
Don't
since,
even go there.
No, don't do it.
But since
Don't do
Earl's
it.
here, we won't.
Yeah,
if he
yeah.
wasn't here,
Don't freak Earl.
Oh yeah, we'd do everything to make Todd
please.
change like every shade of red. No.
I'm sure you
We'll keep
have.
it clean because what's a Pink Taco? Anyways, Jonathan Davis says that he has turned to acts like Electric Light Orchestra, Queen, Def Leppard for inspiration for the vocals on his latest Korn album, The Nothing, which is pretty cool. They're all used to these crazy big vocal bits, recording 40 tracks on vocals and harmonics to stack them, Davis told Billboard. I wanted to do that on this record, and if you listen to it, there are some huge choruses with like 20 tracks. That's how Def Leppard got their big vocals and harmonies, because so many people are singing the background, that so many voices. It took a lot of time, and it was well worth it. I mean, I don't know, with our recording experience, I think it'd be pretty safe to say that Def Leppard has a lot more than that many vocal tracks.
Yeah,
Pretty safe
definitely.
to say. Jonathan said that he listened while working on The Nothing was 1930s and 40s music. Doris Day, Cab Calloway. Big band music. I appreciate the way it's recorded. It's not overly edited, he explained. Everything has its own style, feel, not a producer making them sound the same. Korn's first single, The Nothing, You'll Never Find Me, is currently number 8 on the rock radio chart. The LP follows up to 2016's The Serenity of Suffering, months alongside acts like Chevelle, Slipknot, Dirty Honey, Volbeat, and many others. So,
Skipped a small part there, but
yeah, well, that happens.
so they're playing a string of Ticket to Rock shows over the course of the next few months. So that'll be pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool that he took inspiration from 30s and 40s music like that. It's totally different than what
Unique.
Korn does.
course
Very
it is.
unique.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course it is.
Extremely unique. And
Absolutely.
then when you throw that in with the big harmony stuff that you hear from Def Leppard and Queen and ELO, I bet it's going to be pretty cool, man. Pretty cool to hear that album.
Yeah,
I haven't heard
absolutely.
it yet. So.
Absolutely.
I always like their stuff, though. They got some pretty good songs. So, this week in history, September 23rd, 1957, That'll Be the Day by Buddy Holly and the Crickets reached number 1. In 1969, North Star, an Illinois University newspaper, started rumors that Paul McCartney is dead. In 1980, Bob Marley played his last concert at the Stanley Theater in Pittsburgh. September 24th, 1957, Jailhouse Rock, the single, was released by Elvis Presley and went on to be Billboard Song of the Year. It's one of my favorite Presley songs. Gotta love it. September 25th, 1975, Pink Floyd's album Wish You Were Here reached number 1 in the U.S. and it went on to sell 13 million copies. 1976, Bono, David Evans, his brother Dick, and Adam Clayton responded to an advertisement on a bulletin board at Mount Temple posted by fellow student Larry Mellon Jr. to form a rock band which would eventually become U2. September 27th. Now this one's going off the track a little bit, but I thought it was kind of cool. 1825 rather. I'm just way off there. What the heck was I talking
You're going to make fun of me missing something. I mean, come on.
Yeah, right? I wasn't making fun of you. Just correcting you.
Yeah.
People make fun of me all the
1825,
time.
steam engine locomotion number 1 took passengers for a ride, the very first passenger train in the world to do so, and it reached the whopping speed of 15 miles per hour, which subsequently caused the first ever railway accident when a passenger got a bit freaked out by the speed and fell off and got his foot crushed.
Wow.
Now I
50
see
miles
why
an
you
hour.
picked
Has he ever
that
ridden
one.
a horse? Because
Yeah,
I think that's
know.
faster than 15, isn't it? I'm not positive, but
So in 1912, W.C. Handy published Memphis Blues, which is considered the very first blues song.
1912.
Yeah. Wow. That's cool.
I went to the W.C. Handy Blues Festival, but I can't remember what year it was. It was a long time ago, but yeah.
It was in 1912.
No. Do I look like it was 1912? Man, you guys
Earl
don't
does,
even
but-
know how hard it is to be me.
He's an
Well, for
arm
a while,
shot.
I was seeing 57. You guys weren't even around, so I was around.
Earl, if you want
true.
somebody new to take you to the Tampa Bay games, call me.
Or me. Earl, you can call me. I'll go.
Well,
We're
if
gonna
that's,
get him
well,
out.
of course, I'm not going to go then.
I'll go.
See how that is?
I know. Just keep talking. Just keep talking there. God, just help us out.
It's my job to give Earl a hard time.
I know. All right, so on to the famous birthday, September 21st. It says 23rd. September 23rd. It's the 21st. 1737, Francis Hopkinson, American author and composer who designed the first American flag, passed away in 1791. 1967, Faith Hill, Audrey Faith Perry, one of the most successful country music artists of all time, having sold more than 40 million records worldwide. September
This one's even
22nd.
funnier.
Yeah. September 22nd, 1949. Here's a good one. David Coverdale, Whitesnake, Deep Purple. Happy birthday to you. Is he that old? My goodness.
Yeah.
So that makes him
Come on,
70?
really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
He looks amazing.
him.
He looks amazing. All right, 1958. Man, this is like every chick's girl crush right here. Joan Jett.
Every chick's girlfriend?
Girl crush. Oh, yeah, all my girlfriends are like, I got a girl crush. It's Joan Jett.
Really?
Yeah.
Now that I didn't know.
Yeah. Singer, guitarist, The Runaways, and Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, 1958. 1964, Mark Turin, The Bullet Boys. Happy birthday to him. September 23rd. Oh, man, here's a great artist right here. Born in 1930, Ray Charles, singer and pianist who pioneered soul music. He passed away in 2004.
Had to throw that one in for Earl.
That's right.
That's great stuff right there. You know, what is the songs for you?
What a
Play
solid
song for you.
musician.
That's my favorite ever. That's so beautiful. One of the most beautiful songs ever done, I think. In 1949, The Boss, Bruce Springsteen, American
right.
singer, songwriter, and rock musician, on September 23rd as well. Happy birthday.
Yeah. And unfortunately, we had a couple of passes in the last couple of weeks, actually.
Yes, we did.
Eddie Money and Rick Ocasek from the Cars.
Yep.
And also Tony Mills, TNT.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
I didn't know
so
about that.
He
So.
fought an extremely brave battle with pancreatic cancer. He was still online, still trying to make music up until his last days. It was very inspirational, his bravery through that. So,
But in case you guys are wondering, all the members of the Rolling Stones are still alive. So, that's a good thing, right? Although I heard Mick Jagger's got a cardiologist now on tour with him. Maybe?
Smart move when you have open heart surgery.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
That's probably a good thing.
Our condolences to those who lost their family members.
absolutely.
Let's check out what events are going on and talk to our man Earl.
So we got some cool shows and tours, and they should be coming to your area soon. If they haven't been there already, I would expect a Disturbed, Five Finger Death Punch, ZZ Top, The Who, Game of Thrones live concert. That should be pretty cool. Live concert experience.
Saw it a couple years ago. It was pretty awesome.
Greta Van Fleet, and of course the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, which I'm hoping that I'm hoping we might have some footage of that behind the scenes and everything else. That's my, we can't guarantee
Well,
anything.
we know we're
but,
gonna go, so we'll just see.
We know we're going to go, but whether
going, which is
whether
the cool
Todd's going to
part.
be able to get up on stage and sing with them, I don't know, but let's hope so. Let's hope so.
That would be
Let's
pretty
hope so.
cool, actually.
I'm in. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm game if they bring me up there. Let's
All right,
do it.
We'll put in the good word. That should be cool. So,
Sorry.
no, I'm just saying, we should talk to Earl. I mean,
Hey, don't forget, man, Johnny Lang's coming too.
and Johnny Lang.
And I got my
And
tickets to
Johnny
that show
I'm
already.
gonna see Johnny Lang on that cruise.
Yeah. Are you going on the Blues Cruise?
I think he's on that other cruise I'm on, isn't he?
Which other cruise?
Isn't he on that Rock Legends cruise, Johnny Lang?
Oh, that's right.
Is he
Yeah.
from Minnesota?
Rock Legend Cruise.
Is he from Minnesota? Or?
I believe
Yeah.
he is. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna
Well, I'm
mention.
going to see him at the Capitol Theater.
I'm going to
and that's
mention,
gonna
if
be
we have any
awesome.
viewers in Pennsylvania, there's a great benefit that's going to be going on there. It's called Rebels for a Cause. It's going to be on the 5th of October. I will be there, and it's benefiting 3 amazing people. One of them is a very good friend of mine, Lisa Weaver, who's been battling breast cancer. And come on out. Every Mother's Nightmare is going to be the headline. It's going to be a lot of fun. $10. A lot
Nice.
of charity stuff going on.
Cool.
Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Join me there. Sound Effects Show on the road and Rock Rage Radio on the road. And also, I'm going to be on the Mega Cruise. Going to try to bring some stuff
That would
for
be
us from
awesome.
there. I'll be going on that. Looking forward to sharing some stuff with you guys.
Very cool.
I was supposed to
So-
go on that cruise, but they would only let me out, but they weren't going to give me a ride back.
Well, you could have just flown back.
Okay, well, we'll have to figure that out later.
Unless they just drop him off at some little island they're passing by.
Oh,
Just
that's
throw 'em out.
Just throw him out.
Coming at you live from some
Coming
unknown
from the-
island. Flipper Johnstone. coming at
Scott's
you live.
Island.
Yeah, Scott's out.
Oh, if I had my own island, I'd be rolling.
Yeah, me too.
I'd be rolling.
I'd be loving that. I'd be chilling. I could deal with that. So, as you know, tonight we have a special guest, number 45 from the New York Jets, Super Bowl III champ, and my very good friend, Mr. Earl Christy. Thanks for being here again, and my friend.
Always.
Always a pleasure having you around. What you been up to lately?
Well, just on kind of like a little bit tour, going to different places, speaking, what have you. I enjoy that. Doing banquet here and there. And basically, I'm going to be going into the different schools and different places, different states, and different places, talking to young people. Because
Nice.
we always say they're the future and the present, I say.
Oh,
Okay.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. I love that.
So you're covering both the Bucks and the Jets this year, then, right?
Boy, you got
covering
me
the Ravens
rolling,
too?
man. Oh yeah, the Ravens. I'll get a chance to see them. I'm going on the road. I'll see the Eagles, and also the Washington Redskins. So I'm going to be busy this year. In fact, I started in the media in 1971. I'm really telling my age, right? And I feel
Just
great
a little,
today.
Earl, but it's okay.
No, the Super Bowl number might have given it away.
Oh, we know that.
But other than that, yeah, we're all good.
do the math, right?
What was that, 1969 when I was 2 years old?
Oh, good night, Todd.
I was
I
not.
wasn't even 2 then.
I was
actually,
not
because
born.
That's,
Well,
So
that's
is it-
all right. I'm 76 going on 26. I
I
can't
know
help
that,
it.
Is
dog.
there, I mean, is it
I
too
know
early?
that. I got
is
that.
it too early for you to make any type of predictions as far as who you think is good and who you think
You know,
may?
yeah. Oh yeah, it's a
Bring
little
it to the
too
next
early.
level.
Because injuries play a very important part, and you know my Jets, as my buddy Doug says, we're in trouble. They lost 2 quarterbacks. They're on the 3rd string quarterback, and that's
Ooh,
so
that's never
important,
good.
especially with your quarterback. That's the key interest part of your team. So
Oh yeah.
when you lose someone like that. But yeah, it's a little earlier. I if you ask me some of the teams I like, I could tell you that. New Orleans Saints, Kansas City Chiefs. I don't name that other team that I ain't crazy about. I think they're gonna get it. That New England Patriots.
sorry, Danica.
We used to beat them all the time. Okay.
And Danica
I
is
think we
in the
know how
house.
you. Well, if you guys watch Pat's shows, I think we know kind of
Yes.
how you feel about them.
Yeah, but great team though.
That's gonna be. It's
Emma's
gonna be
saying, "What's
interesting.
up, Todd?" from Coffee and Emmanuel. We got
Oh, yeah,
Susan
awesome.
Irving. All I got was Jets.
Jets.
Yeah, that's from Susan Irving. So give her a shout out there, Earl.
Hey, how you doing? It's early season, so we got a little hope in mind. Okay.
Yeah,
we
and we
just
got
got
the little
started.
we got the lovely Danica in the house, who sounds amazing on our intro. Thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
Todd's gonna say that.
Ashley
Oh,
Taylor.
it is awesome. Oh yeah.
Ashley Taylor, we love you, Earl.
Oh,
Yes.
love you
look at that.
back. Yes.
And
Your wife doesn't watch the show, does she?
Hey, watch it, buddy.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I want to wreck
He's no refrigerator. He can't keep a thing, Todd.
do you got a wife, Earl?
Oh, good gracious.
Oh,
they double
my.
teaming. Yes. Yes.
Okay, we won't insinuate that you're a player in more
No,
ways
no,
than
no.
one,
Oh,
because
no.
no way.
Oh,
He-
good
He's got a
gracious.
professional
He's on the up and
singer
up.
for a wife, actually.
he's got a what?
A professional singer for a wife.
Really?
Yes. Same
Lovely.
with James Brown all over the world.
How cool.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we should bring her in here sometime.
Gonna bring her with you, but
We could
I don't know if
interview
that's gonna-
her. And Mary Gressley says, "Hey, Michelle. Hey, Mary. What's shaking?" Say hi to my friend Roxy. Hey, Roxy. What's going on? All right, there we go. We got some people sharing the show because Earl's on here,
Oh,
which is a
nice.
lovely thing. Earl, I think it's extremely inspirational how involved you are in the community. And I just want to say, as a parent, although my kids are grown, especially for young men, it is just so detrimental that they have positive male role models in their lives, because so many children lack that, I think.
Well, you're
And-
absolutely right, because I had a great role model, and I can say with sincerity, I never even tried to smoke. I never tried to drink, never used drugs and everything, and it was because of a role model. You know, people set an example. Young people watch what you do, and it's all about kids and young people, even people in general. God didn't create junk. We make bad choices in life, bad decisions. That's what it's all about. So we gotta, and I always tell young people, you pick your friends, don't let them pick you.
Right.
And that's so important, and it's really tough, and especially it's even
Right.
tougher nowadays because of so much publicity and media and all the social media types of things that a lot of people can have the opportunity to speak their mind, and sometimes it's not good. So, but for the most part, young people want love and discipline. This is how we were born, that we want love and discipline in our lives, you know. And I always believe in the golden rule: do unto others, you have them do unto you. And one of the most important things that is so important, since we're talking about speaking and sharing role models, is that we should love one another and you know, love your neighbor. And I think this is going to help our society as we continue to grow. And like you said, we reach back to the young people so they can continue to carry the torch.
Absolutely, and just, you know, going a little more on that subject. So I know over the years you've went to schools, you visited kids in hospitals. It's just been really important for you to be there for our youth. Tell me, is there like a rewarding moment that you can recall where maybe a youth came up to you and said, "Earl, you know, wow, you probably many, right?"
Oh, many. Money cannot buy this when a young person. I've talked to schools, and sometimes people have gotten in touch with me through email, like you said, with the social media, and said, "Thank you for helping me in my life, and you said I could be somebody." And I always tell people, all of us were born for greatness. It's just the point of that you try to pursue it and hang out with the right people, you know, because association brings forth assimilation. That's what it's all about. It's all about the people that you hang around with and what have you. And it's all about having the right attitude, you know. And I always tell people, your attitude will take you to your altitude. It will take you as high as you want to go in life. And it's all about respect for yourself and you respect others. It's really that simple, but yet so powerful.
Amen to that.
So let me ask you a
Yes.
question. Like, you know, getting into the NFL. I mean, I'm sure you had some bad experiences, you know, that would make you quit pursuing your dream.
There's no question about it. I'm very blessed, you know, and I've been a blessed man all my life. And, you know, we're going to have trials and tribulations, like you said. But I never played football until I went to college. So this was a blessing for me. And even with the Jets, and it took me some time to talk about it, but unfortunately, I had my best year, and I got cut right after the Super Bowl. And you know, without having an opportunity to try for your spot, because, you know, it's all about competition.
Sure.
And everything. And you know, that was a tough part in my life, you know, when you knew that you were at the best of your game and you got cut from the team and didn't have an opportunity to pursue it. But and when you think about it, I'm blessed in the sense that I didn't play a whole lot of years, because a lot of my teammates at the present time have dementia and all this, because the football was not made for the human body. And I was blessed. You know, I've had broken jaws, broken fingers, and all those type of things. So it's a really tough and violent game, pro football. So
I'll tell you, there's, you know, I would think, you know, some of the guys that have even been in it for many, many years, they don't have the positive outlook you do, though.
Well, I'm blessed, and I got to give that to my grandmother, who raised me right from a baby, and the people that I hung around with. I had tremendous people in my family that were role models, and I'm just amazed, and I'm so grateful for that. And, you know, we'll sway sometime, but you get that strong foundation. That's why it's so important that we work with parents and the young people. And being a former school teacher, that's one of the greatest rewards that I've ever had. Because,
cool.
you know, I taught physical education, I taught math tutoring, but the most important, I was trying to teach them life skills about, first of all, having good self-esteem for yourself. See, you know, a lot of times people look for other people to make them happy. Happiness starts within yourself.
Absolutely.
You got to look at yourself first and appreciate it. And God created us all to get along. That's what's so awesome about it. And my grandmother used to say, you can catch more flies with honey than vinegar, and it takes more muscles to frown than to smile. And that's it. Even when I go through trials and tribulation, and it's because of my spiritual foundation. I know it works. That LOVE is the key to us in our society each and every day. And we're going to go through trials and tribulation. But I tell you, when you can believe in the Creator, I'm telling you, it will take you through. You know, and so, you know, I've had a lot of tragedy in my life, and I'll just share this. My first wife got killed in a car accident, okay? And then I had a daughter, 33 years old, and she had my second grandson, and she had kidney problems, and she died, 33 years old. And
so sorry, Earl.
she loved the Lord. Yeah, but I know, but once you build a foundation, that strong foundation, you'll realize that personal relationship with the Creator, you'll know. I'm telling you, you can conquer anything.
There's a lot of people would give up in a situation like that. They just feel like, you know,
Oh yeah,
something's happening here that
can't
not
control
believing
the
in
weather.
stuff anymore.
No. Each and every day, life gets better because of my relationship. Just like on my 75th birthday, I had the good opportunity to go to the Holy Land. And boy, wow, what an experience.
I bet.
What an experience. And I've been blessed. I've traveled all over the world. And to do the different things that I've done in life, it's just been amazing. I even work with Todd when we go cover the games. I mean, that's a pleasure. That's a joy.
That's a pinnacle of your life, working with Todd. isn't
Working
it?
with Todd?
I mean, you know, come
Earl,
on.
we got to get you out more again, man. For real. Can you tell I'm the smarty pants of this show? I'm sorry.
Hey, man, listen, this show rocks, man. I love it, man. and my English teacher is getting gooder and gooder.
Yeah, gooder and gooder.
You guys are awesome, man. And that's what it's all about, fellowship with each other. Enjoy. Can you imagine if it was a couple in each state in the United States, you wouldn't have nobody to talk to. You see what I'm saying? We take that for granted. We should all work together and just enjoy it. We're only here for a short period of time.
You know what? I appreciate what you're saying about the loss in your life, and most of my listeners from my other show know my history because I do a walk in my brother's memory every year out of the darkness for suicide prevention, and it benefits those. It's for suicide prevention, but it's also to raise awareness for, mental health issues and stuff like that. So I lost my brother in 2007 to suicide. It was devastating. And then I lost my father, and I never saw anyone with more faith than my father. Never. I mean, you give him a good run for the money, Earl. I'll tell you, he would have loved you.
Yeah,
He
I
would have
love
loved you.
the Lord.
When you came in with your Jesus hat on, my dad would have come in with the Jesus hat on.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's so I appreciate that. But I found a lot of comfort knowing that my father was in a better place, and I knew that, and it's hard to find peace in those situations. And it's funny because when I lost my brother, I always say losing my brother taught me how to live, because it made me reevaluate my life, and it made me go, wow, life is so precious. It really is. And you only get one shot to do it. So you kind of got to live. And you're right. I think if you wake up every day with that mindset
yes.
that, you know what, I may not have everything I want, but I got everything I need.
You're right.
And you look at it that way, and I'm a huge smiler, as you guys know. So I appreciate what you're saying, and I try to do that. And sometimes it's difficult.
Oh yeah. It's
But-
not easy. It's a journey.
But yeah.
It's
So
a journey that we go on.
I try to think everyone's got a story,
Oh, yeah.
Don't they? Everyone's got a tragedy. Everyone's had.
Testimony.
Yes,
It's all in your
yes.
testimony.
I think it helps for people to hear stories like yours or mine or Todd's or Scott's.
Right.
Look at Scott.
Yeah, look at me. Oh man,
I won't tell you.
we don't even know if I'm going to make it to the next show for crying
We
out
just
loud. I mean,
don't
come
know.
on.
But no, I think it helps people because they can relate to that.
Oh yeah.
So I appreciate you being so open with the things you've experienced in your life, because that's not an easy thing to do for some people,
In off camera, if you were to talk to Earl, I mean, this is not a charade or a show. I mean, this is genuine. This is who he is. It's how he is. I mean, very, very positive person in all respect.
Absolutely.
And I mean that, man.
There's
I
a
really
reason
do.
he's my friend.
Yep.
And my son.
But you guys got to keep in mind, I'm Todd's friend too. So
Yeah.
He's got a good point.
So, Earl, I got to tell you, thank you on here. So for when my son goes back and watches it, my son was thrilled with the card with your signature on it. I was very cool that day, so thank you for that. I'm not cool every day. Sometimes I'm dorky, so that day I was cool.
Sometimes you're dorky, mom. Now you're a
Yeah,
cool mom.
he is amazing, and I know he wants to meet Earl at some point, but he was thrilled with that. So thank you so much for that. It was very sweet.
It makes me feel great, and I'm grateful that somebody would ask me for my autograph. I get more fun at it than them. They don't realize it. I love people. I don't love sometimes people make choices, but I in general, I believe in the 3-foot rule. I'll be in McDonald's or one of those stores or whatever. If you in 3 feet of me, I'm gonna say something to you. I'll speak to you or whatever. If they start talking about sports, then I
That
turn
he
it
will.
around about my foundation. This is every day of my life. That's why I'm saying I'm grateful and appreciative.
We've got a lovely comment here from Ashley Taylor. Did you see that? That's lovely. Now I got to go back up. Hold on.
I mean,
It's just amazing.
I met you last year at Christmas time,
Oh man,
and I mean, it's
one of my favorite times.
absolutely.
Oh, I
mean,
love that
and
too.
Thanksgiving.
It was a great experience. I mean, just because you're such a genuine, wholehearted good person, I mean, even better than Todd.
They don't get no better. I'm living the dream, baby.
When I
he's
got
learning.
when I got to meet Earl, he met me in my car and helped me bring my stuff, and he held the door open for me. What a gentleman! Look at that. That was the first time I met him.
Y'all hear that now? No.
Yes.
And we come from that type of family, really. We love, and my grandfather had one of the most beautiful flower gardens in the world. And I enjoy bringing flowers to people. I'm serious. And open the doors. We're from that school.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. That's sweet. So Ashley Taylor, I'm going to read her comment because it's lovely, and it's for you, Earl. It says, love his outlook on such heartache situations, but to be so positive and so much love and strength and the outlook of beauty is a wonderful gift to have and share with this world, because we need more people like that.
Oh,
And that's
wow.
from Ashley.
Thank you, dear. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
And Danica, very true. We're all on a journey together. Group hug. They're group hugging in the chat room.
Ah.
Oh, man.
So see what
So you wouldn't think a Super Bowl champion
a
would
hug
have
from
any
Danica
problems
any day.
ever. You look at
Oh, please.
somebody like that. Everything's going to be great.
Oh, no. It's no question. We
Life
know
is
it.
life.
That's right,
Absolutely.
man. Yes, sir. God loves us all the same.
Some of the stupid stuff I go through, I would
Oh.
assume you go through, maybe not as bad because I do it to myself, but
Thank you. it's to ourselves we do it. We're our worst enemy.
Absolutely.
I know.
Sure.
I know.
You
That's
know,
why I got to work with Todd. Just to offset some of that.
Offset.
That's yeah. So Danica, we're always happy when you pop in. You heard him. You heard Todd.
Yeah.
Todd over there said, "I'll take a hug from Danica any day." Danica, Todd is always in a great mood when you
Yes.
pop on here. So thank you.
Yes.
He puts up with our shenanigans a little more.
And it's gotten to the point where
good-naturedly. Is that a word?
Yeah,
It
it's
is
gotten to
now.
the point where you even say you're in the chat room if you aren't.
Yeah, I'll just say it anyway. Oh, that's a good one.
No, I made that up, but I still think
No,
that's
it's
funny.
good. It's good. I'm totally digging it. We're doing it. Earl, we're going to do it.
Yeah.
Can you tell that we're mischievous here?
Oh, big time. Big
So
time.
what's going on right
Gotta
now? I mean,
upbeat.
what's on the agenda
Let's
for
lift
Earl
Todd's
right now?
spirits.
Oh,
What do you got going
Danica's
on?
in the chat room.
The agenda, I can say with all sincerity, I'm living my purpose. When you can say while you're living your purpose, and I'm doing. And I got to thank this guy a lot, especially putting it on my earlchristy.com, where I have a show called Talking About Christ. I have a sports show. We do interviews. He puts them on them all over, and we'll be doing it the whole year. You go to that. And even like teammates like Joe Namath writing an article that was phenomenal about it, the Tampa Bay Times. In fact, I saw the sports editor at the game Sunday. I mean, that's the greatest thing in the world, when we can edify one another and know that you're a good person and a caring person. People don't care how much you know. They want to know how much you care. That's what it's
That's
all
true.
about.
That's right.
I agree with that.
I'm telling
I
you.
agree with that.
It's really
I
true.
always tell people when I'm talking about Earl that he's just one of those people you just can't help but be in a great mood around. He lifts you up. His enthusiasm and positive energy just lightens up the room, man. Always. So
That's true.
That's amazing.
That's true. I know, like I said, when I first met you, that's how it was. That's how it was. It blew me away.
I love it when we
Blew
go
me
out
away.
and see these little kids and they find out you played, and then you take pictures with them and let them wear your Super Bowl ring and stuff. They're so excited and
I know. I
everything
got
for
to
that.
wear his ring. I
So,
was really excited about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's a neat thing, because when are you going to get a chance to do that?
right.
But Earl, I thought it was really cool because I know we actually interviewed you before, and then we were fortunate enough to be able to get you to come back where we could do this live for everybody. But I know that you said, and for our viewers that might not know it, you didn't even play football until college. You didn't play in high school or anything, did you? So can you
that's
share
gotta
that
be-
story with everybody? Because I thought that was really cool.
It was unbelievable. I played basketball in high school. I played baseball in the summer and stuff. But got to college, and my roommate happened to be a football player. And at first I thought he was joking with me, And, I had good speed and athletic ability. And he said, man, you should come out for football. And because he saw me over at the locker room. And I'm telling you, I didn't even hardly know how to put on the uniform, because I'd never been tackled before. And then they got me out on the field real quick. And then the guys were laughing. I'm saying, why are they laughing? Well, the coach told me a play, 241, off tackle. And so I was studying, and one guy got hit, and they knocked him down, and they said, roll him off the field. I said, oh, no, I'm going to get killed. And back then, they didn't have no cell phone, so I couldn't call my grandmother or mother. I said, oh, I'm tough. Then the next person, they hit him, and he started bleeding, and coach said, okay, Earl, you ready? I said, oh, good night. I couldn't chicken out, So anyhow, I got down in my football stand. This is a true story. And the quarterback said, you're going to take the ball on 2. He said, signal, hut 1, hut 2. And I ran off tackle, and I'm looking at the hole, and I closed my eyes. And I was just running. Coach said, if you'd opened your eyes, you might have scored, So that was my first experience and everything with football. And it was really tough because I didn't know about blitzing and everything. And, of course, back in the day, we didn't have a lot of TV, so, you know, and it didn't have all those sports on, so it was tough. I grew up as a Colts fan, and here ended up playing the Colts in the Super Bowl. Can you imagine it?
Nice.
And playing.
Nice.
And then my college hero was on the team, Johnny Sample. And in that Super Bowl, there were 5 guys from my college, more than any college in America. 800 students. Can you believe it, boys
That is
and girls?
amazing.
Yeah, but that's how I got started, and amazing. And then we were the ones that changed the NFL. And then, real quick story: Joe Namath guaranteed a victory. Right? You heard that? But my grandmother said on Monday. He said it on Thursday. And my grandmother was a praying woman. Okay, that's the story.
So, Grandma.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Grandma turned the tides.
I mean, that's a huge thing, and I guess there could be an underlying point here is that a lot of people would think, well, I can't get to your level unless I've been playing football my whole life, high school and
No,
you know
not
what I mean?
true. It's anything in life. That's what it is. It's that second effort. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's no limit. With what
Musicians,
you can do.
listen to this now because
No
this is a
limit.
good point.
I'm serious. I wish I could sing like Todd now. But no, there's no limit. I'm serious. I really honestly believe it. To have the right attitude. You see a guy playing 5'4" in the NBA. Come on. You talk about tall people. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You see other people, their so-called physical challenges doing stuff that is amazing. Come on. That's what I'm saying. The mind can be yet the
Right.
strongest and yet the weakest. It ain't nothing. If I wanted to be a pilot, I feel the same way. I have the passion. I'll study to do that. I can become that.
That's right, brother.
Nothing's unlimited.
Absolutely, absolutely. And in this world, man, there's challenges with everything.
Oh, come on.
And a lot of times, I think everybody's mind gets the best of them.
Oh, yes.
And that's probably your biggest obstacle right there is
Only
the
one can
limitations
stop
you
you
put on
is you.
yourself.
The only one who can stop you is but you.
I completely agree with that, and it's funny. It doesn't really matter how far you get in life, You still have those insecurities and those fears and that doubt that stops you from reaching your full potential if you allow it, And I catch myself doing that all the time, where you get that creeping in your head and you're like, wait a minute.
And I tell you the two things, faith and fear. A lot of people live in fear, and that's the only thing that stops us. Fear. Okay? Faith is the key.
Yeah, it's definitely fear that stops you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm afraid of heights, for example. Going over one of those rope bridges freaks me out big time. Anytime I go over
So I know what we're
that
doing
kind
next.
of a bridge.
Group
The
meeting.
walking bridge, the
Yeah,
walking kind of bridge?
The rope ones with the wooden plats and stuff. But, I mean, it's only fear that's stopping me from crossing that and getting across to the other side anytime and anything like that.
That and the fact that the bridge is swaying.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
but
gotta
that's where
sway
the fear
because-
comes from.
And it's got to sway. If it doesn't, it'll break. Because they said the bridge sways about 9 to 14 feet. Can you believe that?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to do that either. But
Yeah, but my point
I'm
is,
scared of
though,
heights.
it's like the only thing that's keeping me from going across that and doing that and facing that is a fear. And
Absolutely.
It's
Sure, I
really a
agree with
mental
that.
thing. I mean, I've been across a couple of them in my life in different places I've traveled and stuff. But it's always the fear that keeps me from just marching right out there and just going for it, But you see people walking across it all day long. I watch people just walk right in front of me, and I know it's safe. I know they made it fine and everything, but I still have this fear of going across it. And, it's either it's going to cripple me and I'm going to stay where I'm at and I'm not going, or I'm going to go for it. Just as an
Go ahead.
example.
I'm
anyway.
just going to say there's two sides of fear. I mean, there's fear of failure, which a lot of people know, but there was also fear of success.
Yep, that's right.
That's true, too.
Really?
Yeah.
What's going to happen if I do this?
Yeah.
Am I going to be able to keep it up? Is this going to be the pinnacle of my career? I mean, there's a lot of things you can think about, but I mean, I know some people that are scared of succeeding.
I'm not.
So anything that happens,
I'm
sandbag.
not. I think more fear of failure, But
it
I
happens,
get it.
though.
But I
It
get
does
it, especially
happen.
if people are perfectionists and overachievers. I think that kind of, they're like, gosh, can I top that? Can I do more than that? Sure.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Sure. So yes, I agree with that. But people that you wouldn't think have fear, like big performers. And I know, and
That's right.
I'm certainly not going to put myself on the level of a huge performer, but
Right.
when I used to sing, I would be scared to death when I got up on that stage.
Oh, I would
but
too.
once I
Yeah.
started, oh my gosh, it felt amazing.
So is fear a good thing? Is the question.
Okay, people say, well, do you get nervous before a game? Yes, nervousness is good because you want to do well, but a controlled nervousness, I call it. You know what I'm saying? You just
Yeah.
can't just get.
You don't want it to take over you
No,
so it affects
just-
your performance.
Exactly. And you mentioned about musicians and other people. I mean, you can really take it to another level. Even some people may have a better voice than the next person, but that person persevere and can go up. And you know what I'm saying?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And you can have a talent and don't utilize it, because of fear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of
for
people
sure.
doing that.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
a lot
of
You
people do
guys
that.
brought it right out.
Yeah.
I know some people have done that before. I said, come on, you want it. How bad? Have a passion. And even when you get it, appreciate it,
Yeah.
That's a blessing.
Got to work hard for it and make it happen.
Shout out to Scott's lovely wife, Amanda. Hey,
Hi,
what's up?
Amanda.
What's up, man?
Amanda, haven't seen you in a while.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
right.
good to see you. Good to see you.
Always good to see you, girl.
And then Ashley's enjoying this. Yeah.
Oh, Miss
So
Ashley.
yeah, she's been great and
You're
here
the best,
contributing to the
Ashley.
room, and so she's been amazing. So
That's what it's all about, fans. I used to see some people taping their hands because they don't want to sign autographs. And I said, come on, you don't do that. I mean, it's a blessing for somebody to ask you for an autograph, And we're privileged
man.
and blessed to have the opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
And
absolutely.
I've seen people with more talent not have the opportunity to play. And so, be grateful and thankful.
Yeah, I liked it when we were at the Bucks game, this last Sunday, and we were down there on the field for inducting Rondé Barber into the Ring of Honor, and Mike Evans comes walking over. He's standing right next to me. He takes his gloves off and hands them up to a couple of kids in the stands.
That's cool.
Before going back
That's
in during
amazing. See,
halftime and stuff. And I thought
that's
that was
huge.
such a cool thing.
it is cool.
Well, I got to tell this story. Somebody saw their favorite player that played on the Bucks Super
right.
Bowl team.
I saw his
Kids,
post.
truly, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
because Earl introduced me to him.
Yeah, I remember.
So,
I knew
that
him
was
since
awesome.
high school. All-star.
Mike Allstott.
Yeah, and that
Very
that
cool.
was his buddy.
Another guy that's
Always been
that
my
is-
favorite player, and I finally had a chance to meet him and stuff.
Yeah.
My favorite all-time Bucks player was Leroy Selman.
Oh, what
Yeah.
a great gentleman!
And what an amazing man. Just did so much for the Tampa Bay community.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and
No, it's-
he was
it's
so
not-
kind to my son. So that made me love him even more. But
Yeah.
what a loss to our community.
His brother is a good
Yeah,
guy
Do you?
too.
I,
They do it.
I love them. I just
Oh, yeah.
think they're really
I
amazing.
love the restaurant. Oh, I was so mad when they changed one of them.
Oh, me too.
I know.
Oh, I used to eat there all the
I
time.
used to eat the fried green tomatoes.
Oh, good.
What did you order?
I gotta have meat and potatoes. I don't be eating no
I had the mama's.
Oh,
Earl,
what I said.
I had the mama's meatloaf too.
Okay, dude.
But I had to have the fried green tomatoes as an appetizer.
Well, I had them when I was a country boy because I had all vegetables. I lived on a farm. Okay. So,
You know where my family's from? I'm from Florida. I was born in Florida, West Virginia.
that's mountaineer.
That's right. I like that country food. I do too.
Okay.
I do too. I gotta have my greens and my pinto beans.
You don't know
and
no
that
but
stuff.
no greens.
I sure do.
Come on now.
You gotta use pork neck bones too.
Oh, excuse me. Okay.
And you need a little hot
You-
sauce.
oh,
We're going
okay.
country on you here.
You qualify.
I told you I
She's in
knew.
the game.
Look at that.
Just bless your heart. I'm telling you.
See, I knew. I told you, Earl.
Yeah, you got me good. You got me good. No doubt about it.
So let's talk about the Bucks since we were at the game, man. What do you think they need to do to turn it around?
Well-
what do you think they need to do to have a great season?
First of all, they got learn how to finish. In games, even when they play well, sometimes they let the team come back in. And the old saying goes, you got to go 60 minutes. I tell you, Winston did a great job to bring them back, so they had the chance to win. Okay, that's a
absolutely.
giveaway game. But I think, because I see them practice, that's one thing I love about the coaching staff. Any coaching staff they've ever had, they always practice hard with Buccaneers, and they're adding pieces. I think if their defense continue to play pretty good, because they got some good cover corners now, it's getting better in that area.
Yeah, the defense was looking great in the first half, but they sure didn't look good in the third
you gotta
quarter.
finish. See, they didn't finish.
They came out in the halftime and
Yeah.
did not finish the rest of that
Yeah.
game.
But,
Not at that part.
But they're in good shape. It's early and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's the key. Now it's got a crazy schedule this year. They won't be home until November.
Oh, I know.
And that's when we'll be coming back to covering them again.
Oh yeah.
So, but no, they just need to not press and everything and take one game at a time and really work hard and learn how to finish. The field goal kicker's going to do fine because he kicked that 48-yard one. It was great. You know, he got a good leg.
We won't talk about.
But
the
there's a
last
lot
one
of
he
people
kicked.
that are not happy with the last kick he
You
did.
know, we always want to throw him away and say, get rid of him. No.
Man.
No,
It
We've
just
had
seems like
more
the Bucks
problems
can't
with
get
kickers, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say it seems like the Bucks can't get a good kicker. They should go after like high school or something. I don't know. That was mean, but
That was a little mean. I'm a little ashamed of you right
no,
now.
I really meant that though. So I mean, I don't.
Where's Amanda? I'm calling. Where's Amanda? Did
That's
she
all
leave
good.
us?
That's all good. No,
much
it's the
fear.
truth though. No, I mean, I think they're maybe it's too much confidence. I don't know. I mean, when you get that close, I thought that was your job to kick it between those
It
posts.
is his job. Yeah, no question about it. And, you know, I like one of the rule changes with the extra point. They took it back further. That's a good thing. I don't like the kickoff.
Makes it a little
rule.
more challenging.
They were missing it before. I mean, well, I'm just speaking about the Bucks, but
Oh,
you know,
gracious. Forgive him. He knows what he says sometimes.
no, I don't go in the games with Earl because I would never make it.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would. You
Oh,
change
okay.
your attitude.
See you guys in November.
That made me laugh.
I
That
guess
was
I'll just
good.
keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you
All
will.
good. All
You're a
good.
good guy.
He knows you. Look at
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, you
Hey,
check.
Earl, I got a question for you. So, did
Uh-oh.
you ever? Did we ever figure out how to pronounce your chief name?
No, I've had a lot of people trying to do it well. My good friend from McDonald's did a good job, Bob Canigliere. He did it really well. The only one who can do
Yeah, I
it
think
really
he nailed
well.
it right off the bat.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Can you just say something that sounds like it?
Oh, you would have to.
Just mumble it. Just
Put
go.
you on the spot.
But Papa.
I can only do that after a couple more drinks.
So now,
Yeah,
so now that we've mentioned it, you got to tell everyone what we're
Yeah,
talking about because
yeah.
that's kind of cool, right? I mean, that's a cool thing.
Oh, very cool.
I've been blessed to go over to Africa and especially to Ghana to do missionary work. And I was teaching young people how to play American football and also in some of the churches speaking, what have you. And I went with my friend that's a doctor over in Chicagoland area and went to his village, and the head chief, the paramount chief, took a liking to me, and I was blessed with that. And I went over with bishops and other ministers where I was ordained in that church, the Church of the Living God. And so anyhow, he made a special offer. They offered me land. They did a special ceremony, and they made me a chief over in Ghana, Africa, in the Volta region, over in 9 villages and everything. It was an honor.
Yeah, and that wasn't just an honorary chief either.
No,
Yeah.
it's real. I have.
It was
land.
real, right?
Yeah.
Right. And I loved the book that you brought with you last time that we were here that someone had made for you because, Earl, I actually got to see the pictures,
Yeah.
which was really cool. So
Yeah.
what a blessing! What a really amazing
yeah.
thing.
It's no question, and I'm just so grateful just to have had the opportunity, and we take not for granted every morning we wake up that we just breathe a breath of air. I'm serious, and when you travel all over the world, and I see people in Haiti, kids on the street begging for food, and we go to bed and we complain we don't have a steak or chicken or whatever.
We throw away more than what some people eat.
Yeah.
You know?
That kills me. It's just amazing. But
You know, you're right. I had an amazing Lyft driver the other night. He was from Jamaica, and we had the same conversation
yeah,
because we were talking about that, and I was saying, and big prayers for the Bahamas still.
Oh, yeah.
There's such
Yeah, no
devastation
doubt.
over there, and I was saying it was so tragic because we see the touristy spots of these islands when we go on these cruises,
Right,
but there are
right.
some extremely poor areas where they're in these little tin
Sure there
houses,
is.
and
Oh, yeah.
and for the people that have so little to have such devastation go through is just tragic. It's absolutely tragic. So him and I were talking about that and how blessed we are here, even when we think we're not, in comparison to some of these.
Even in Puerto Rico, but I after the Super Bowl, I went to my friend's buddy's house over in Nassau, Bahamas. I haven't been able to get in touch with him yet, but Freeport and Nassau was just devastated.
it's just horrible.
And it takes, even in certain areas in Florida, we still haven't recovered. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? In
Yeah.
parts
We
of the United States.
we haven't gotten our big hit yet, and I mean,
Oh, in Tampa?
we know it's going to happen eventually.
Don't jinx
Hopefully,
us
we
over
may
there.
not
Yeah,
live to see
please
it, but
don't.
hey, it's
Well, I'm
just
not
a matter
gonna
of time.
speak
I
it,
know
okay?
that.
I'm not even going to speak that it's going to happen. Because like you said, all these 17, 18 years I've been living here, it hasn't been devastating. Only certain parts of Florida.
You
Well,
know,
if we see Hurricane Earl, let's hope it
you
turns.
know,
That's right, baby.
Right,
Go out to
right.
sea, baby.
Yeah.
You know what?
Fumble
Seriously,
ball, Earl.
we have been very lucky with that. And I know Irma gave us a good scare, and it was funny because I got stuck away from my home and from my family, and I couldn't get back. And my kids were here. Now they're all grown, but a mama wants to be with her kids, you know, and her family.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I was so grateful that downgraded before it got to us over here, you know, in the Tampa Bay area. So we were really lucky there.
I just want to ask a question. Why don't, when people tell you to evacuate and people say they're going to ride out the wave, you only got one life. And, you know, and you can't save your house and whatever.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? It's
I've been in
inconvenient, but the last hurricane that last year, I went to Georgia.
So many people, though. I mean, it's like, okay, it's going to nail, and then it doesn't. And I mean, so many people just playing, it's just going to do another, you know, it's just going to curve again.
Well-
one of these times it's not going to.
Well, you know what? You know what the situation is with my family is they're all law enforcement, and they cannot evacuate.
Yeah,
Well,
they can't.
then, I mean,
Yeah, they don't have that option.
Yeah.
Now, I felt very fortunate that they had two of my children were over at the jail, you know, the Pinellas County Jail, and
We're in the jail or at the jail?
I said they were deputies, so they're
okay.
deputies, but they have
were
a
in the
generator
jail, just
there,
not
and you know it's
in
a
the
very
jail.
well built building. So I felt
You're safe,
good,
yeah.
but I still, as a mother, you know,
Oh,
you
yeah.
just
Well,
want to be
you
there
could-
for
Well,
your
I got
kids.
news for you. When Miami got hit, Andrew, many 20 some odd years ago, I went down in that area when I worked for 98 Rock, and we drove through this area, and literally not a single building was standing. It was rubble everywhere.
I believe it.
It looked like a bomb just went off and just exploded everything. We were driving up. There was this one building that was brick, and I could see one wall. It looked like it was the only building in the whole area standing. And as we got closer, I realized it was just one wall of that building that was standing. The rest of it was gone.
That's some scary stuff.
Devastating. I mean, and we're talking the big brick, you know, solid
Right.
brick, you know, and I just couldn't believe it. I'd never seen anything like it, you know.
You know, and
So-
I lived in Florida my whole life, and I was thinking about how stupid we were when we were young, and we would have those hurricane parties. We were like, "Hey, the hurricane's coming! Let's have a party." We used to do that, you
I know.
And then when I was a parent and my kids were small and I was home alone with them, I remember. And for our viewers that have never been through a hurricane,
You
it's
don't
not-
want to.
well, we've been lucky that the category has not, and I'm knocking on here, and you know, that the category has not been what
Right.
some of like the Bahamas has suffered and the
Right,
other ones,
right.
but just what we've experienced here in Florida. If you're in your house, it sounds like a freight train's coming through.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Some serious
it's
winds.
scary.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I mean, whether living in a house or apartment building, I mean, I would experience some crazy stuff. You know, I don't want to stay on a down note, and I appreciate us talking about this, but let's talk about how I can become a chief in Africa. How do you expect me to do that, Earl?
he doesn't.
Come on. There's got to be a society that's going to make me chief. There has to be. I don't care. You know, give me like 7 people. Come on.
You're really stretching it now.
Come on, man. I'm thinking positive.
And
I could be chief.
You know, okay. Now we got to be realistic.
You be chief of that island when they throw you off.
There's
of the
dreams,
ship.
but
we might make you honorary, okay?
okay. Well, I'm cool with
Yes.
that.
Don't put him in charge of a bunch of villages. It would not be pretty.
It would be the
not
first
pretty.
time.
Yeah, yeah.
Stupid.
I don't
village
even want to
idiots.
know.
Anyways,
He wouldn't be. He wouldn't teach him football, Earl. He'd teach him something bad. You can't have it. Look at him.
I know. We're going a little late, so I mean, we should talk about the music bowl.
Yeah, we
we
need to
really
move on.
we
We
really
do need to
should.
move
I mean,
on,
we could
so
sit here and talk
I
to
could talk
Earl
to Earl.
all day.
I could.
All day,
Yeah, yeah,
guaranteed.
yeah.
I'll be
Guaranteed.
talking to him for a couple days yet, so I got to put up with him. What can I say? You know, it's a tough job, but
So
somebody's got to do it. Let's find out what happened with the show poll.
Let's do it.
Oh, that's a good.
So who do you think was better? Which Super Bowl do you think was better, Prince or Lady Gaga? Now, both of them, as far as I'm concerned, with all the different Super Bowl shows, both of them are top-notch, in my opinion. Me personally, I mean, I'm from Minnesota. I could be partial, but even without that, I'm going to have to go with Prince myself. I mean, Lady Gaga was cool. There was a lot of aspects of that show that was neat, but I thought Prince was really cool. What do you guys think?
He's looking at me, so I guess it's my turn.
Yes,
Thanks.
your turn.
ladies.
So I have to say that I'm going to say Prince, but I have to tell you that because I'm a huge Prince fan, so I'm biased like that. But I have to say that Lady Gaga is an amazing performer, and she has actually won me over more and more and more with all the stuff that I've seen her do. But the
absolutely.
time when she sang the national anthem, I was blown away. The only other person I've ever seen come close was Whitney Houston. And she was classy, and it was beautiful. And so I give her big kudos for that, but I'm going to pick Prince for the halftime show.
How about you, Doug?
Lady Gaga,
Doug
Mr.
says
Doug.
Lady Gaga.
And
Now,
Doug's from Minnesota, too, by the way.
Yeah. Now, we
So-
were talking about that earlier, and Doug said that his reasoning behind that was just because overall, from start to finish, he felt that Lady Gaga put on the better performance of the whole thing. She just came out with a bang, dropping from the ceiling.
She's
and
amazing.
Stuff,
I mean, not
And,
taking anything from her.
Yeah,
She's incredible.
No, not at all. So, how about you, Earl? Did you see those?
You're not going to ask the Super Bowl champ?
Of
Of
course
course
we
we're gonna
are.
ask.
Heck yeah.
course.
Well, I'm going to have to go with the best production was Lady Gaga. I'm like you. I love Prince, but that's spectacular. I mean, that's production at its best. And like you said, she knocked the anthem out, and it just that was more spectacular.
She's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I
now,
gotta go with Prince, though.
there you go. That's the deciding factor.
I'm a big Prince fan, but I think they both did a spectacular job. That was absolutely a tough one on that. But I personally think that Prince just put on a really, really, really killer show on that. And it was definitely a bonus cool that it was in his hometown and everything when it happened and stuff. So, and Ashley said she loved my Prince, but Lady Gaga did an amazing job. That's a dang tough call.
No, it's a tough call. I mean, I'm actually kind of surprised as to how this played out, just because I feel it's so close. But believe it or
Natasha
not,
said Prince.
yeah, cool.
Nick
I mean,
said most definitely Prince by landslide.
I love you, Sam.
Margaret said tough choice, but I have to say Prince simply because I've never known him to do a television stadium show like that. Best Super Bowl halftime show ever. And Tracy said they were both really good, but I think I got to go with my Prince.
well, with that said, what we have right now is 84% to 16% in favor of Prince.
Look at that.
Total
Favorite
landslide.
And Danica says, definitely could listen to Earl all day. He is such a wonderful gentleman.
Oh, thank you so much.
We'll give you his phone number after the show. All right, no. I mean,
And Ashley says,
His-
Danica, I agree with you. So there's
you
a
go.
yes. So good
Very
stuff
cool.
there. Good
Very
stuff
cool.
there.
Thank you, guys. Love
Indeed.
you guys.
We love you having you here, Mr. Earl.
Oh, it's always great.
We just want to say thanks so much for being our special guest tonight.
Well,
we appreciate you.
It's my
Absolutely.
privilege and honor. Really,
Yep.
I had fun.
Check him out, earlchristy.com. New York Jets Super Bowl III champion, number 45. Show him the ring.
Piece of the rock.
look at that.
Yeah, look at that. I know. Look, I touched it. Look, I touched the ring. Feel very excited about that. I'm excited about that, you guys. Look at that.
We always appreciate you being on here, Earl.
Thank you so much.
In fact,
Appreciate it.
we're probably going to do a little special for you next week since we skip a week on our show. Michelle and I had an interview with Earl that we were going to play tonight, but then Earl happened to be in town, so he came in here live. So we're going to go ahead and play that, and we'll put it up on our website.
Oh,
so it'll be a
great.
little exclusive on the website for everybody and stuff.
So you get a double dose of Earl.
Yeah.
Double dose.
Double dose.
So
Very cool.
I think
Thank
that'd be
you.
Yes.
pretty cool and everything. So as always, of course, great to see you, my friend. Thanks for coming in. Coming up in the next show, Tuesday, September 10th at 8 p.m., we are going to have special guest via Skype, Jimmy Bell of House of Lords, and he's now also in Autograph. took the shoes of Steve Lynch.
Our friend
Those are
Steve
some
Lynch.
big shoes to
Jimmy
fill.
Bell's my friend
Yep.
too. So yeah, so really, really cool thing there, and let's mention Steve and Elena Ray, because that's my girl right there.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
So they Steve actually left autograph to work on a project with his lovely fiance, who is a beautiful human being as well, Elena Ray 222. So looking forward to having those guys come on the show at some point and tell us about their new stuff as well. So when I heard Steve was leaving, I was quite sad, and I didn't know who the replacement was going to be. And when they announced it, it was a friend of mine, Jimmy Bell from House of Lords,
Nice.
who is a phenomenal guitar player. So
Cool.
great choice.
It's got to be pretty good considering the fact that he stepped in for Laney Cordola of House of Lords, and he steps in for Steve Lynch
He's
of
amazing.
Autograph, and both those guys are monster guitar players, just phenomenal. So
Yep.
if you're going to fill those shoes, you better be good.
And
That's all I've
Jimmy's
got to
really
say.
excited
So,
to come on the show and
Cool.
talk to everybody, and he wants everybody to come on and ask him a bunch of questions, and he's got
Yeah,
some
that'll
cool
be
stuff
great.
for us. So
So-
yeah.
very cool. Yeah, so that's going to be on our very next show, so make sure that you tune in for that. I've also got a couple of really cool things in the works that I'll be sure to let you know about as soon as I'm able to. Right now it's kind of hush-hush, but they're pretty
Guess
cool.
you told me.
Some cool things.
I
that'll
don't
be
even know
happening
what he's
soon.
talking about
So-
either, so it's a mystery.
Actually, you guys do know what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
we do know.
Kinda.
Oh, we
Yeah,
do.
you do know.
We do know.
Just not able to talk about it yet, but I will.
We
We'll
do
let you-
know.
We'll let you know.
Scott doesn't know, but
Yeah,
I know.
I might not
Scott
know.
still looks baffled.
Either that, I just don't understand. But
Earl,
that's not a
Earl
problem.
might not know. Earl, Doug, do you know over there? Doug's shaking
Yeah,
his
he's
head.
shaking
Yes.
his head, yes.
You know what? I know what you're talking about. I got
Yeah,
you.
you know what I'm
It's
talking
all
about.
good.
It is good. It is
It's
good.
good
It
for
is.
the
It's not going to
show.
be the first time I'm not included, but if
You
want
are
those-
included. You just don't follow along.
Oh, good night.
Right.
I
You
was
said
too busy-
something.
I was too busy trying to be chief of my own.
Threw a thumbs up.
You did. You did a thumbs up.
Okay, so of course I know exactly what we're talking about.
But I have to tell you guys, we have a group chat where we communicate with each other.
We
and
do.
I'm not talking about when you threw the thumbs down to my comment. I'm talking about when you threw the
I do that. That's what I do.
I got the thumbs down from him, but Todd gave me a bunch of laughy, cry things. So, and I
that's
think
hilarious.
Doug laughed
We're
at
going
it
to get into
too.
detail, but
So,
you really peed me off this
I'm not going to
weekend.
detail it, but
No, you don't need to.
it was funny.
make me
It was
mad.
funny. I was kidding.
Oh, it was funny.
it was funny.
It was
Oh, everything's funny at my expense, isn't it?
And I said, I'm hilarious. I said, I
all
know
right,
I'm
brother.
hilarious. I'm sorry.
Just call time out.
I'm calling time out.
That's right.
So at any rate, guys, I want to tell you about what I got going on. Obviously, I want to thank Bankmore Pies for being here for us. Again,
Yes.
congratulations on being nominated for a small business in Tampa Bay, which you should have won. But I mean,
Absolutely.
if you guys are interested in doing marketing for your company, you're looking to do anything video wise, whether it's podcast, commercials, what have you, infomercials. This is the company to go with. Once you walk your foot in the door and check out what we got, you're never going to walk out. Trust me. So with that said, I mean, I'd like to, let's pass it to you, and then I'll get back to what I
gotta
got.
read a couple of our last comments. Ashley, two scoops of Earl fun.
I love that. That's
You
great.
go, Ashley. That's cute. Danica, Scott, you are always so funny. I don't need Earl's phone number. I already had the pleasure to speak with him. He even has sung to me on my birthday.
Ooh, there you go.
So, yeah.
Earl and I sang to
How
Danica on her
lovely.
birthday.
How absolutely
In French, no
lovely.
less.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So now it's on to me. You ready? So be sure to visit our website, thesoundeffectshow.com.
Actually, one thing on that real quick. I forgot to tell everybody that.
Our YouTube.
Yes. No, you're right. TheSoundEffectsShow.com. You can now watch us live on TheSoundEffectsShow.com on our website.
Oh, fabulous.
I finally got it all set up and working
Bless you.
and stuff.
Did you know that, Scott?
When we were live tonight, I meant
Absolutely.
to say it at the beginning. No, you guys didn't know
course
that
I
one.
did.
I meant to tell everybody at the beginning and surprise everybody.
a secret.
And I dropped the ball.
I like
Earl
the
didn't
shock
know
factor,
either.
to be honest
Earl
with you.
didn't know.
Let's
We
see what I'm
didn't
going to say.
Well,
Plus, yes, the YouTube. Exactly. You can
That's
tell
right.
them about that. So.
so no, you go ahead.
All right.
You go
Yeah.
for
Well,
it.
so we reached 100 subscribers on YouTube, and we're able to get our personalized URL. So now you can find us at The Sound Effect Show on YouTube.
Yeah,
which
I
is great.
subscribe with like 30 different emails. How about you, Scott?
I didn't. You did not.
I'm kidding. I didn't. I'm
Well,
not
actually,
even
you know, we should
subscribed.
thank
If
Danica
that
for
were the
helping
case-
push us over the top on the end there
okay,
because
that-
she got a couple of friends to
Danica
go
is
on there and
amazing.
stuff.
Yes,
Where
production.
is Danica actually located at?
She's in the Boston area.
Well, Danica needs to come visit us
Or
on the Sound
France.
Effects show.
She comes to Florida.
Yeah, she needs to come visit
She
us
does come to
sometime.
Florida. She'll be
Danica,
here.
come visit us.
She'll be here sometime, hopefully.
I'll
in
protect
the,
you.
in the winter.
I got you, boo. I got you, girl. Come hang out with me.
Yeah, you can
And
stand in the safe
visit
building a
these
couple
guys.
miles away.
I got you. Yeah, okay. All right, you ready? Let me do this again.
Born ready.
Be
I
sure
just
to
had to throw
visit
that out there.
our website at
Yeah.
thesoundeffectshow.com where you can see previous shows and find out what's coming up on the show calendar. While you're there, be sure to click on the links to visit our social media pages, share us, add us, like us, and subscribe. I feel very
up.
bossy when I say that, but I'm doing it. Also, here's where I do the shameless plug for myself. Be sure to check out my show.
Which she's going to be promoting our show on heavily.
Absolutely. Be sure to check out my show. It comes on every Thursday. Go to rockrageradio.com where you can listen directly, or we have an app that you can download for free. It comes on 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Central every Thursday. It's called Shaking the Rafters with Michelle. Got a very special guest this Thursday just for you. I got Simon Daniels, the lead singer from Autograph, and he also used to go by Danny Simon and was the lead singer of Jailhouse. You guys remember that band from
Really?
the 80s? Yeah.
Okay.
So Simon joined me. We had a great conversation today. Looking forward to sharing that with you Thursday on rockrageradio.com. Check it out for me,
Didn't
please.
you say he said he'd come on the show here?
He
today?
did.
Yeah?
He did. And we got some autograph connections here, as you can tell. 'Cause
Yeah,
we got
couple.
Steve Lynch, got Jimmy Bell, and today when I spoke to Simon on the phone, he said he would be more than happy to come on here and do a Skype thing and talk to you guys. You know, Simon does a little acoustic thing where he plays in his kitchen on his Facebook page. So maybe we can get Simon to play us a
Heck yeah.
song on the Skype. I bet he would do it.
That
so,
would be
so that
awesome.
would be really
Yeah, for
fun.
sure,
So I'll
for
talk to
sure.
Simon about that. But yeah, that would be good stuff.
Now it's you, brother.
And you got to check out my show. That's www.com.
I want to be a chief.com.
Good gracious.
Guys, I got a band I want you guys. I got a band I want you guys to check out. And after the show, everybody's. Oh my goodness!
gosh, that was great.
Anyway,
I am always so proud when I make Todd do this. That means I got a good one in. I've only done that,
That
with
was
the
a-
chubby checker one and that one.
yeah,
Look at
that
that.
was a good one. That was a good one. Go ahead.
okay. At any rate, hey guys, I got a band I want you guys to check out. They were formed back in 2005. They're out of Columbus, Ohio, and the name of the band is called Lopan. Check these guys out. They're going to be our video for the exit of our show. And obviously, we want you guys to tune in next time. We're going to be here, 2 weeks from now?
2 weeks from now.
On
yeah.
the 8th.
On the
Yeah.
8th.
Thank you very much again for watching. We appreciate you. We'll see you next time with a special guest via Skype, Jimmy Bell of House of Lords and Autograph.
Be killer.
Tuesday, October 8th at 8 p.m. right here. Bake more pies. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Thanks to
Thanks
Earl.
again, Earl.
Thank you,
We
Earl.
love you,
Love
Earl.
you, brother.
Love you guys,
man.
too,
For
man.
sure.
Thanks, guys.
And love all people.
Low
all
Pan,
fans.
10
There you
days,
guys.
closing it out. Once again, thank you very
Thanks,
much.
guys.
Very, very, very much to Not Your Ordinary Melodies for the new intro for
Absolutely.
the show.
Yes,
Completely
awesome.
rocks.
Awesome.
Great
And
job.
Nicholas,
I love
thank you
it.
so much.
Absolutely love it.
Awesome.
Love you guys.
See you guys.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
ya.
Have a good one.
Good night.
be